The last game we'll see in this segment is one of my all-time favorite short games. I've showed it over and over to my sisters, to my students and friends.
White starts with d4. Black responds with f5.
Again, the Dutch defense.
Knight to f3. e6.
Black opens up the diagonal for the bishop.
White develops the other knight to c3.
Preparing an advancement in the center with e4.
Black plays knight to f6.
Prevents e4 for now.
White develops the bishop to g5.
This move creates a pin over the knight.
Bishop to e7.
This rescues the knight from the pin.
Now white took the knight with the bishop, takes f6.
White insists on the plan of getting to play e4.
Bishop captures the bishop. Now white plays e4.
White willingly gave up a bishop for a knight in order to get better control of the center.
F takes e4. Knight takes e4. b6.
Black again is trying to develop the bishop on the long diagonal, just like the game we saw 2 games ago.
White developed the bishops to d3. And black fianchetto his bishop to b7.
So far both sides are doing pretty well, following the opening principles on the most part.
Knight to e5.
This is the first move that's a little bit unusual. White does not follow up by castling, which is the most logical normal move, but right away starts an aggression, an attack.
Black castles.
That's a normal logical move.
And now queen to h5.
And now things get very interesting. The queen got out early to attack prior to castling, but all the other pieces are out, so it's not too bad. The threat is quite obvious, to move the knight and then to take on h7.
And black plays queen to e7.
Seemingly this solves the problem, because now if the knight takes on f6, black would capture back with the pawn, the queen protecting the threat to the h7 square. However, it's a serious mistake. Black's best bet would have been to take the knight on e5. After playing g6, white's attack after a sacrifice and destroying all the defense in front of the black king is very, very dangerous.
Queen takes h7 check.
In this critical moment, white has a brilliant combination. It's not easy to see because it's like 7-8 moves ahead. So, but nevertheless, try to figure out if you can. Congratulations. It's a beautiful way white can force a checkmate.
White starts with the sacrifice of the queen by playing queen takes h7 check.
That's the first move of the forcing combination.
Black has no choice but to take the queen. White follows it up with knight takes f6, double check.
As we said, double checks are super dangerous because they cannot be captured, neither piece that gives the check, nor can it be blocked. The king must move.
Black plays king to h6.
Moving back to the corner would end things even a lot faster because the 2 knights kill the king. King had no choice but move up.
Knight e to g4 check.
And now, with a series of checks, white forces the black king, believe it or not, all the way here to g1.
King to g5.
And here comes another check.
h4 check.
chasing the king even more out.
King must go to f4. g3 check.
And yet another check.
The only move, king to f3. White plays bishop to e2 check.
In this famous game between Edward Lasker and Sir George, White gave the check with the bishop. As we later found out, there was a quicker way to end the game, with a quiet move, a surprising quiet move, simply castling. And Black is helpless against the checkmate threat of knight h2. However, the more forceful move with check, check, check is also good. Just one move delay.
Black has no choice but to play king g2. Rook to h2 check. Once again, the only move, king to g1.
And now there is a beautiful end to it. You can choose. Hopefully you see both solutions. Take a moment.
Now white played king to d2 checkmate.
In the game, White played king to d2, making a discovered check to checkmate. Did you get the other solution? That's cute too. Castling. Checkmate by castling. That's my favorite. What did Black do wrong in this game? Well, it was, I guess, a pure miscalculation. Played a careless queen move to e7, allowing a forceful win for White, with a queen sacrifice on h7. So what does it mean? Just watch out, especially when there are a lot of pieces of the opponent attacking you. Like in this case, White had his queen, his bishop, his two knights, looking right at the Black king. And the cooperation between those four white pieces resulted in this beautiful, brilliant combination.